Hello folks, Gordon here, hope all is well with you. In this video I've called Panto Twangs, or maybe not, because I posted a picture on my timeline, and if you haven't seen it I'll post it again under this video when I've posted the video, and it's of me doing pantomime back in winter 1996-97, and I was playing Silly Billy in a pantomime of Humpty Dumpty. And in the scene in question, we were facing a wall of noise from the kids because I had told them to shout at me if they saw a big brown bear. And in this scene, one of the other actors came on as a big brown bear behind them. So all the kids were shouting, but we were completely ignoring them. So the more we ignored them, the louder and louder they shouted. So there's this absolute wall of noise coming towards you. Superb. What a way to earn your living. Huge passion. The fun of having to ignore these, oh, it's brilliant, because they're completely in your world. Now you might think, hang on, yeah, that's all well and good, but why have I posted that picture in January? Surely pantomimes are all about Christmas, aren't they? Well, good question. Here's the answer. It's January the 13th as I'm recording this video, and we would still be doing pantomime shows on the 13th of January. Oh yes. We might have started towards the end of November, but we would still be doing the tour and the show on the 13th of January in schools and in social clubs. Oh, that's hard work, which I'll come to in a minute. Because when you're doing a pantomime in a school in the run up to Christmas, all the decorations are up on the wall, there's glitter, tinsel everywhere, Christmas cards, the kids have made decorations, and the kids are absolutely hyper because Christmas is on the way. And the same in the social clubs that we would do of an evening. The adults are in a more of a Christmassy mood, and again, the kids are hyper. Now what a lot of the schools found, and the working men's clubs, is that if they were paying a few £100s for this show, they wanted it to have more of an impact. And if they had it in the run up to Christmas, the impact of the show was lost for the kids in everything else because of all this stuff that comes in the run up to Christmas. They didn't actually need the show to get the kids excited, and the show was getting lost. So they would have the show and book the show for after the new year, and sometimes into the second week of January or later. And the company who ran the tours, if they were taking enough bookings to make the show run longer, of course they would make the show run longer. Now for us as the actors in the show, it's hard work. By the 13th of January, we may have been doing the tour for 6, 7, 8 weeks, plus rehearsals before that. You're driving 1,500 miles a week to maybe do up to 3 shows a day, 5 or 6 strangers living with each other and driving around in a transit van. So when you're doing that show after Christmas, the novelty is worn off. All the reference to Christmas has got to come out of the script. So you can't say, have a marvellous Christmas, boys and girls. You've got to say, have a marvellous, oh, well, what do you say? Have a marvellous life? Can't say that to a bunch of 5-year-olds. Have a marvellous day. It doesn't really work to a bunch of kids. So you've got to take all the Christmas references out of the show. And all the decorations are down. Everything's back to normal. In fact, there's a post-Christmas bump for the kids and people in the social clubs. I'll tell you what it is. It's hard work. But when the show opens, a 2-hour show, you've got to give 100% of your performance ability into that show. 100%. Just the same as you did for the first show. Just the same as you did in the weeks running up to Christmas. You've got to give 100% every time. Even in the second week of January. Because if you don't give 100%, you're not a professional. As a professional entertainer, the audience and the people who've paid hundreds of pounds to pay for the show, that's the first time and the only time they're seeing the show. They don't care if it's your 100th show. They don't care if you've been doing the same show 3 times a day for 7 weeks. They don't care. They're seeing the show. So they expect to get the same 100%, and you've got to give it. hard work. And mentally, although you get the passion still from the 2-hour show, you've got to remind yourself of the passion, because mentally you're thinking, oh my God, I can't do it. Why am I doing this? Why have I got myself into this? Would it be easier just to have a 9-to-5 job? No, it wouldn't, is the answer. Because even though you're counting down the days and the shows to the end of the tour, even though as a self-employed performer you might be unemployed when the tour finishes till you've got your next job, what you get that you haven't got with a 9-to-5 job is your dreams, your passion, the lighting up of your soul. You're following the real, authentic you, and you're in touch with that, which deep down you know you are. If you're a professional performer and you're struggling, you know that you're in touch with that real, authentic you. It's one of the reasons you do it. Because if you weren't in touch with the real, authentic, passionate you, you go back to doing a regular 9-to-5 job. And I've been there. I've been on both sides of that coin. The mental stresses, you have to pay attention to your mental health. And sometimes your mental health dictates that you have to step away from the performing world and go back into normal world employment. I say normal because, of course, you still get the stresses, the strains, the driven to distraction. Why am I doing this? In a normal job or a 9-to-5 job. Of course you do. Anyone who tells you a normal 9-to-5 job is easy and never stressful, well, they're lying. They've either never done it or they have done it and they're lying. Of course you get the stresses and strains. You get that on both sides of the coin, whether you're following your passion or whether you're not following your passion, which is why I always say, follow your passion. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you think about the stresses and strains of what you do and how that ties in with your passion. And when it comes to pantomimes, what's the latest time that you've ever seen a panto? Have you ever seen a panto after New Year? And how far into the New Year? And how did it feel or how did it work compared to seeing a panto in the run up to Christmas? I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Signing off for now and wishing you, as ever, health and happiness. I'll speak to you again soon.